Grant Thornton International Mining Survey was conducted in order to determine what issues were affecting junior miners around the country and around the world. The junior miners that we looked at were companies with greenfields, brownfields, or pre-feasibility operations, as well as small operating mines. In South Africa, the commodities that were covered was 16% gold, about 15% coal, and another 16% copper. The rest was spread pretty evenly amongst all the other commodities, with a small amount of platinum included. There were some common themes that were identified between all countries that responded. The first was the problem around the world with the ability to raise finance. It's a problem experienced in Canada, and particularly interesting with that point was that 400 of the 1,200 listed TSX exploration companies feel that if they cannot raise money within the next 12 months, they will either have to close their doors or be taken out by majors. From a South African point of view, what was particularly interesting was that 50% of our respondents stated that uncertainty around the nationalisation of mines has affected their ability to raise finance. That doesn't necessarily mean that they couldn't raise finance, but that it was possibly on terms that were not sustainable or the costs were just too prohibitive. A second international theme was the effect of government intervention, red tape, and how that slows down the ability to explore and produce. From a South African perspective, the mining charter was also brought into question, with 85% of respondents saying that the essence of the mining charter has not been achieved. The essence being trying to transfer some of the wealth that is under our ground into the hands of previously disadvantaged people. One of the main reasons given by the respondents was that by putting targets, let's say 26% ownership by 2014, as was amended in 2010, and putting specific numbers to it, detracted from the essence of what was trying to be achieved. But government intervention is certainly not unique in South Africa, and neither is the effects of indigenization, which certainly affects the First Nation in Canada and Aboriginal communities in Australia, and even the UK respondents who have their flagship assets in various locations around the world have mentioned that it is an issue for them too. The third overriding theme was positivity. Throughout the world, the mining community is confident. I think you can put that down to a few things. I think if you're going to be a miner, you've got to be positive to begin with. But it is positive from the point of view that it looks like the economy should pick up in the next 12 months. 60% of South African respondents saying that they expect profitability to increase over the next 12 months, even though all of them have said that they expect there to be a rise in labour costs as well as energy costs in the next 12 months. So it's a good thing that we're looking to increase profits even though costs are increasing. Another interesting South African aspect on that was the investment in plant and equipment, or capital investment, where almost 49% of the companies said that they would look to expand their PPE in the next year, which was above the global average of 42%. Any other points of interest from a South African point of view? And another positive aspect was that lack of skills in the mining industry does not seem to be prohibiting growth, which certainly goes against a lot of common themes that people have spoken about, and was a positive outcome from a Grant Thornton point of view.